Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy. And sometimes you encounter buyers, and I call them a dirty buyer, but yeah, you'll see what I mean by dirty here in a second. And this particular thing happens, so you sell enough items, you're going to get it. You're going to get the scam artists, you're going to get the swap out artists. And guess what? We got to swap out with the return that I just received. So let's go over and see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I wasn't planning on making a video today, but I am. I just opened this return. It was a return request that I had for this Samsung crisper drawer cover. Has the humidity control. This is an original Samsung, but mine was new. And then come back and look at this where it's covered. Now, wait. I have a question for you guys. How does hair get in your refrigerator? This thing is covered in hair. Hair. If you flip it over on the other side, you've got hair all over this thing. Okay? So I guess they were too lazy to pull this, because this doesn't look like a broken part. Maybe there's something to it that I'm not seeing. Maybe there's something wrong with it. But it looks to me like they were too lazy to clean out the refrigerator, and they just decided to get the one that I had and swap it out and get their money back. And guess what? They didn't have to do any work. They got a full refund, and they've got a clean refrigerator. Isn't that just smart? Now, mind you, I got a dirty bottom here, so this is a clean glass. I mean, at least it's not that dirt. For their to their defense, it's not like they're sending me back a broken glass. I need to replace this today. I got a roll of this stuff that I put up, and it just got, when you deal with liquidation and stuff, when you're cleaning stuff, it does get dirty, so you got to change it out. I digress. Look how nasty that is. What are you doing with that? Now, guess what? These guys are going to find out that they're not getting a full refund. And the sad thing, it sucks, I hate it, that I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this. This is not my unit, guys. This is not it. So I'm going to be deducting 50%, but it really sucks that I have to give them anything back at all. So here we are. This is that roll I was telling you about. One side is sort of glossy, the other side is matte. And so I just put the matte side down, and I'll show you what it looks like. But you can get these rolls. They're pretty thick rolls. You can get them for, I'd say about 40, 50 bucks, but this roll is going to last me months. I think I change it out every 3 or 4 months. I'm going to do that right now. So there it is, guys. It's not the best, but this is the way I have it set up. I have it set up. I might need to get some duct tape to kind of get these from coming up, but otherwise, this is what I do. And every 4, 5, or 6 months, depending on how nasty it gets. You saw how nasty it got with that other one. It can have cuts and dirt and stuff that you can clean pretty well with some goof off and a rag, but for the most part, yeah, this is my setup. So I digress. Let's get back to what we were talking about in the first place. So let's go ahead and go over to my PC. As you can see here, it shows I can refund the buyer, or in the bottom right, it does say report a problem. Now, normally I'd go in and refund the buyer, do the 50% deduction, but we can go in and report the problem if we want to. But this is the screen. It says the item has been delivered. Now that the item has been returned, please refund the buyer. If there's an issue with the item, you may be eligible to deduct from the refund total. So I'm not going to do that for this particular exercise. I'm going to try something a little different. Now, as you can see here, I have the item. This is the item I sold them. Perfectly clean, great condition, no problems. It even has a little plastic wrap on the front bottom over the humidity control and everything. And I have no reason, there's no reason for them to have returned this other than what they claimed, but they sent me the same one that was dirty. This is not dirty. Now, eBay is going to take a look at this. They're going to get back to me. The problem with it being a case, the only problem that I have in the back of my mind here is twofold. Number one, whenever a case is opened, it takes away your ability to refund anything. It's going to be left to eBay. Now, when it's left to eBay, now eBay can come back and I've seen this before, where they refund on your behalf and it's now a defect on your account. You don't want that. But I believe it's the way it's baked in the system, and you're going to have to fight to get that removed. I guess I'm going to have to fight to get it removed. But it's a different way of getting this resolved. Now, will eBay give me a full refund? It's possible. Now, they may just allow me to keep my funds. Since they put a hold on my funds, they're now going to review it, and they may refund the buyer out of pocket. That wasn't my intention here. In all honesty, it was really, oh, well, you can report the buyer before you process the refund, but I guess you can't, because in doing that, it opens the case and wipes out your ability to refund. I would have been just fine going in, deducting 50%. Don't deduct anything less, either 50% or nothing at all. And I'll tell you why. If you deduct anything less than 50%, heck, even if you deduct 50%, eBay is not giving your seller fees back. Just not happening. So for me, it's either 0 or half. Now, in this case, I think it warrants 50%. They sent me back their old unit. There's no way anyone's building that kind of grime and nastiness up in a 24-hour period. They got the item on the 13th. The 14th, they opened the return, and I got it on the 20th. They didn't, even if they had it for a couple days in the refrigerator, there's nobody building that kind of hair and grime up on that. I think what happened was someone didn't want to clean it, and therefore, you know, here I am stuck with it. So I want to know what you think. I kind of screwed up here. I normally would have just processed the refund. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll work out in my favor, but I have a feeling the way things work out for me, I'm going to have to be going in and fighting this thing, because what you want to avoid is this right here. I'll go over to the right screen. You want to avoid cases closed without seller resolution. I've got 0 of these, okay? And I want it to stay that way. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I see in the next week or so, after this thing's resolved, that I have a mark there, it may not be a big deal. I mean, 0.30 or less, but I don't want anything that's not warranted, because you have such a small margin that if something legit comes up, I don't want that to be held against me. So guys, want to know what you guys think. Buyer swap outs are going to happen. They're just going to happen. Whether it's their old dirty unit, and here's the silver lining, by the way. They used the reason for the return that didn't fit. Well, that's on the buyer. That's like a remorse return. Even if I deducted 50%, I don't have to return the original shipping. And they had to buy the return label. I mean, they could have done a little bit better job than they did, but they didn't. They kind of let me off the hook when it comes to that. It's just kind of weird, because most scammers know to use the right reason to allow them to not have to pay for the return label and to get their money back on the return shipping. So I'm sure most of you guys, many of you guys would have said, look, I would have just refunded them and just moved on. But you know what? I think sometimes these buyers, they think they can get over on us because people allow them. They're used to the Amazon experience. As soon as there's a tracking number, they get their money back. They could do whatever they want. Well, this is an Amazon, and I'm not a big corporation. I'm a small company, small seller, and I'm simply trying to make ends meet. And it isn't about teaching the buyer a lesson, but what's right is right. And in this case, what the buyer did, in my opinion, isn't right. They should never do. You can't send in your old nasty unit to get a new fresh one. It just doesn't work that way. So again, I want to know what you think. If you do like the content we put out and enjoy this video, please hit the like button. Get your sale within the next 24 hours. Why not subscribe to the channel? If you watch this channel often enough, why not subscribe and consider hitting that notification bell, so when I make a video here just on a whim, like I did today, you're going to be notified. So guys, that's all I got to say. I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you here very soon. Oh!
Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Vero takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Zero takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. Oh, all resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks, the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks, the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.